So how much? So I guess that's my take on it. But for you, how much of a role does that play in how you operate your business, how you've grown? I mean, it hasn't been without struggle, as we
Yeah.
just went over. So how much of a role does that play in sort of your day to day, your faith?
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, we're no different than anybody. We make mistakes and we fail from our ideals sometimes, but it
Hmm.
very at an essential level it informs our walk of life,
Hmm.
and I mean, if you wanna if you wanna sleep well at night, you got to live what you believe,
Hmm.
and so I guess it's at the heart of, I guess I'd say, everything we do.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and I don't know. The some people maybe say don't mix faith too much with business or whatever. I don't know how you could not do that, but I don't really talk about it so much, but it better inform how we operate. It has to.
It's like the
Otherwise,
foundation.
it's not. Otherwise, it's not real. So
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I guess that's what I always thought when people kind of gloss over it, and it's it if it has to inform a lot of
yeah.
what you do.
Amen.
If
It
yeah,
does. It has to.
yeah.
So, and I don't know. I mean, I want what I really want is for people when I'm done dealing with them that they not that they admire me, but they admire what I stand for and the
Hmm.
God whom I serve. Now, I'm not saying that I get to that level. I'm still I'm still working on that, on being everything I would like to be.
You're still trying to get the original pump at the right price.
Yeah.
No, well, not so that much that. I mean, I like we all do. We disappoint ourselves
Yeah,
sometimes, but
yeah.
at the same time, um, yeah, the God whom I serve, um, that he's central to my being,
Yeah.
and that's how I want it to be.
Hmm.
And but you know, um, yeah, we live in this real world, and we disappoint ourselves. That's the like long before I disappoint you or disappoint someone else, I've disappointed myself,
Yeah.
and I don't like that.
Right.
So that I guess that's where I'm coming from on that. But it does inform, and it should,
Yeah.
what we do and how we do it.
Yeah. Well, I think too is I think it's for even for myself, my own personal beliefs is I think it can be perceived as I guess sometimes I see it that it's portrayed as I guess it's this personal thing that a lot of people try to, and I'm probably similar to, I don't bring it into, I don't go into a meeting and let someone know, okay, these are my beliefs and this is where I was on Sunday. That's not what I'm even thinking about.
Yeah,
But I do think I th- there the not mix business with your beliefs and that type of thing. I think it almost is putting a mask on in a way, and I have very few people in my life of any belief that respect that
oh yeah,
respect someone that puts on sort of a facade.
hmm
And so why would again, I'm not going to walk in and talk about the topic that is not what we're meeting about.
yeah,
But if I'm going to go in and somebody wants to get to know me to do business with me, I don't want them to be surprised by something a year later.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and it's
yeah.
it's sort of a strange thing. There's a professional way to do it,
hmm
but I think it could almost lead to dishonesty if you're not sort of just who
yeah,
you are, and your faith it's a huge part of who you are.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I've been told sometime or before that, but that if the first thing a guy tells you is how good a Christian he is or whatever, watch him. And
Yeah.
I mean, that hurts me because it's not supposed to be that way. But
Hmm.
I mean, I actually have been. I mean, I've been hooked by a guy that he was very very open and forthright with his faith,
Yeah.
but it wasn't something that really informed his decision making, you know.
No.
And and it wasn't God's fault, you know. It was him that was astray, you know. God's
Yeah.
still the same. He's trustworthy
Yeah. Yeah.
every time.
Well, and I think that's why I brought it up even within this format, because like I said, when I came out to Colorado and spent some time with you, and I got to spend a couple days, it wasn't just an hour meeting, and it wasn't. There was, when I actually think about it, there was really no talk of faith, but it was. That's what I said. It was sort of a humble faith.
I hope
and,
so.
and so that that left an impression on me. Why I bring it up, and I wanted to. When we were talking the pre-interview, you basically said, "No, there's nothing that's off limits. You can go ahead." So I went ahead.
Works for me.
And
I regard humility as the essential human virtue that we need, because it's the only thing we can come to the table with when we meet our Maker.
Right.
Is our humility. We better not go there figuring on our goodness being very impressive, because it ain't.
Right. You can only try.
Yeah.
You can only try.